Hey, you boy Bob here. So in this video, I'll be modding the GK61 XS from my previous video. If you haven't checked it out yet, there is a link in my description that'll lead me there. So here, I'm just taking off the modifier keycaps to mount the stabilizers. If you're wondering later on in the video why in some clips the keycaps are back on even though I just took them off, just because this video is filmed over a course of a few days. So with the stabilizers out of the board, I separate them from the wires, the stems, and the housing. Now I'm clipping the stems to reduce the mushy feel. An important step is to balance the wires of the stabilizers as it reduces any rattle or unevenness while typing. So for these stabilizers, I will be applying the holee mod to them. Essentially, the holee mod is where you take a thin cut of bandage, or in my case, medical tape, and wrap it around the stems, which almost removes all the rattle. It is quite tedious and took me some time.
One eternity later.
So for the lube, I'll be using krytox 205 grade 0 for the housing and the stems. To make sure the stabilizers sit properly and tight on the plate, I apply a piece of medical tape in between where it clips in. This will be sure to remove any wobbliness. So for this keyboard, I added foam to the case to eliminate the hollow feel and create a deeper acoustic while typing. While inserting the foam into the case, I realized that it was too thick. However, luckily I was able to peel off a layer, which in the end, it was a perfect fit in the case. Unfortunately, my camera died while recording, so there's no footage here. Now, this is the final mod I will be doing, which is to lube all the switches. For this build, I will be using krytox 205G0 for the Gateron Yellows. For some of the switches, as I pulled off the keycaps, they also came out. I like to use 4 plastic cups to help sort the parts of the switch, one for the top, spring, stem, and housing. To speed things up, I will bag lube the springs, My style of lubing switches is to coat the sliders of the housing and leaf with a thin layer of krytox. Then with the remaining lube, I go around the center and into the hole. Then using a super small amount of lube, I dab the bottom of the housings for a softer contact. Now for the stems, I lightly coat them with lube. Not too much where it's visible, but also not too little where it's dry. For the top, although most people don't lube it, I decided to do it to guarantee smooth actuation and a quieter return. Thanks for taking your time to watch the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider subscribing or leaving a like.